Anthony Hartwig here. We are still previewing volleyball here as we are getting weeks away from the start of the season. And we're with someone that is pretty familiar with YSN. She's been on our airways as a coach. She's been on our airways as a broadcaster. And we have her for her first Coach's Corner of the 2025-26 season, Karen Nesbitt. Krista, thank you so much for coming on, Krista, and talking about your program for another year.
Thanks for having me. I love this,
It's always fun. It's always fun. Back for another year at Canfield. Before we talk about all the excitement over this year, just to recap last year a little bit for those people that aren't fresh in volleyball in their minds and some of the lessons that you think your returning players can kind of learn from last year's experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So last season we finished with a record of 18-7. We had a really great season. We made it to a district championship. We ended up losing to Gilmore Academy in the district championship, who ended up going and winning state. So that was pretty cool. It was a great experience for our girls. We did lose 3 seniors, but we are returning like 7 letter winner. So we are bringing back a lot of experience. It was a really great season, though. We finished on a nice little win streak. We finished second in the AAC, but we split with Howland and Fitch during the season. So looking forward to kind of competing against them as well, but really excited on how last season ended and hoping to carry that momentum into this season.
Now let's talk about momentum into this season. Like you said, 7 letter winners returning. I want to talk about leadership because those 3 seniors you lost were really amazing leaders on the court. Mm-hmm. So who are some girls that you already see kind of stepping up in the summer to kind of fill that gap and be a little bit more of leadership roles this year?
Absolutely. So we have 2 seniors this year, and they have done a tremendous job filling that leadership role all throughout the summer. The nice thing about these girls is not only do they lead vocally, and they've really kind of stepped out of their shell to become more of a voice on the court, but they always lead by example. They're in the gym early. They're helping the younger girls out. They're always giving 100%. So our 2 seniors are Leah Solly and Carly Fleming. And so those are really kind of our leaders for this season. That have brought everyone together, kind of picked up right where we left off. They know the expectations. And then those are surrounded as well by juniors and sophomores that are also leading in their own way, that contribute really to the success of our team.
As a coach, when you have the opportunity to not have a big senior class and you see some of the younger girls kind of step into that leadership role and flex leadership muscles, does that make you excited for the future of this program, knowing like, hey, I have leaders for a while, because it's not like I have a huge senior class that's full of leaders and I'm going to lose next year. I have leaders that are going to be here for the next 2 or 3 years.
Absolutely. And a lot of our juniors have been playing since they were freshmen too. So they're really coming back with a lot more experience this year. And now that they've had 2 seasons under their belt, I'm really seeing them step up, to be way more vocal on the court, which is exciting. But I think kind of what separates our team from other teams is just our team chemistry all the way around, and being able to have leaders in every grade level and how well they play together. That has made a huge difference.
You've already kind of put your feet into the AAC and how much of a test that was last year. No different this year. AAC is full of good volleyball. Talk about some of the things you expect out of the conference this year and how you think the Cardinals can really, put their foot down.
Sorry, I'm like letting my dogs outside. Yes, our conference is loaded. And that's the nice thing is we get to see these teams twice every year. So we have Boardman, who we ended up playing 3 times last year because we saw them again in tournament. We have Howland, who we split with, and then we have Fitch, who we split with as well, and then Harding as well, who's been getting better every single year. So the nice thing about our conference is it is a smaller conference. However, every game is a very competitive game. It's something that we always strive to win the AAC, and we felt like we were really close last year, but we didn't get to that point we needed to. So that's where we want to get to this year, and we love playing them. But we're really excited, and that's always a goal of ours.
What would a AAC championship kind of mean for this program? You've gotten the big wins under your belt from last year, but what would it mean for this program and these players, confidence-wise and future of the program-wise, to put a championship banner under that league?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it'd be something just special for the girls, and our girls work really hard. And so seeing that would just be kind of a little bit of reassurance, like what they're doing is paying off. However, we know that's like not our only goal either. And we want to be playing our best volleyball when tournament comes around. And so we're thankful that we have a conference that challenges us throughout the year so we can be playing better when tournament comes. And, our bigger goals lie in the tournament aspect, but that's definitely something that we strive for in season, and that would just be exciting.
That tournament comes fast, and you have a lot of teams outside of the AAC because it's a small conference. So who are some teams that you are really excited about being on your schedule that are going to flex your muscles a little bit and get you ready for tournament time?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have a lot of new teams kind of added to our schedule this year locally, which we're excited about. So we open with Girard, which we've played in the past, which I'm really excited about getting them back on our schedule. We also have games against Hubbard. That was one we felt like we want another chance at after last year. We have Louisville, we have Mooney, Ursuline, and then two big ones that our girls are really looking forward to would be Crestview. So just the success of their program and getting to play them. We saw them a few times this summer, and that's one we're excited about. And then we actually have South Range on our schedule this year. We haven't played them since I've been there, and that's another one that our girls are really excited about playing.
When you think about the volleyball in the area and how you don't have to travel too far to find it, like all those teams you mentioned aren't terrible drives for either them coming to you or you going to them. What's it like as a coach to know that, like, hey, we don't have to travel 3 hours away to find high level volleyball, and we can go, 10 minutes down the road or 20 minutes down the road and find a really, really good volleyball team to play?
No, we're really lucky with that. And we've done a lot of camps this summer, like in different areas. And they always say like Northeast Ohio is a volleyball area, and it is. And all the teams that are in this area are great competition. And that's the nice thing about our schedule is we're going to have some local games that we're hoping we can get a good crowd to, but that are going to be great competition and that are going to get us ready for that tournament and be great fun games to watch.
Louisville pops up on that schedule, and it was announced earlier this summer that next year they're going to be in that conference with you guys. So what kind of things do you see adding to the AAC, and what are your thoughts on having Louisville as a future conference opponent?
Yeah, I think Louisville's a great addition to our conference. They kind of fit the mold of everyone else in our conference. They're very successful in volleyball, but also in basketball and other sports as well. So I think it'll be a nice addition. It's going to, again, amp up our competition throughout the season. I think it'll be a really good fit for them and for us.
As if the volleyball wasn't good enough in the AAC, it's going to get even better. Going to get even better. Going to get even better. Krista, we want to talk about your coaching staff as well. We always know that you put together a great staff with you. So who are the players on the board this year that will be helping you coach this great team?
Yeah, I'm always really lucky and blessed with a wonderful coaching staff, and I can't thank them enough for everything that they do and, all the stuff behind the scenes and just being there for me, even like as a friend and as a coach. So my JV coach is Carrie Wyan. She's returning again this year. And then my freshman coach, I'm bringing back Amanda Fitzgerald. So that'll be the high school. And then I do want to shout out my middle school coaches as well, because they're a huge part of our program. So Holly Lamping, which I'm really excited to have her back. She was with me at the high school for a while. She'll be 8th grade. And then Bree Fischel, someone that I actually got to coach a few years back. She's been running our middle school for a while. She'll be 7th grade. So all the way through, we have a great coaching staff. We all share the same goal and vision for the program, which I think is key. And we have a lot of fun doing it.
You gotta love it when you have a former player come back and want to be a coach in your program. Does that make you feel like maybe you did your job pretty well when you were the coaching her?
Absolutely. I love having them. And like we've had a lot of our former players like pop in open gyms and practices and come play against the girls. And that always is just exciting for me to see them kind of like growing up, but still putting stuff back into the program that I care so much about. And I know that they do too.
So this is, of course, a season preview, which means the fans are excited about that first game. When is the first game and the first chance that the fans can come and watch their girls play?
Absolutely. So we are home on Saturday, August 16th against Girard, and that'll be the first game. And we actually have a lot of home games in August. So that'll be the first chance to see us kind of live in action.
I know you just have to be excited that you have a lot of home games, period, because there have been years in the past where Canfield's like, hey, we have 6 home games.
I think that was last year and the year before. So definitely
So
happy and hoping we can get some nice little crowds at our games.
the schedule has worked back in your favor, and you will be in that nest quite a bit this year. So make sure to get out and see the Cardinals August 16th, right?
August 16th.
Let's go. Coach, we are so excited for the season. You know we'll be out there covering you as much as we can, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It was good talking with you.